Hello again everyone, it's me, Madam Macabre, and welcome back to part 2 of our Q&A video. So I'm going to jump right back into where we left off on part 1 and try and get through the rest of my list of questions. And even with a 2-part video, I'm still not going to be able to get through all the questions, so I may just have to do another Q&A video in the future, but for now, we will go ahead and get started on what we have left. Okay, so someone wants to know, if I could have any superpower, what would it be? If I had to go with just one, I would probably go with telekinesis. I really enjoyed that indie film Chronicle, and I liked all the things they could do with telekinesis. It didn't end so well for one of those characters, but that's what happens when you get greedy. The other character was doing just fine, but, you know, I could live with, you know, being able to zip around and not have to get road rage in traffic, you know, being able to lift things up, be able to multitask and everything. Telekinesis would be pretty cool. I mean, you can lift stuff up, so in theory you can lift yourself up. And, I mean, honestly, that'd be the biggest thing for me, is just being able to avoid traffic, just fly wherever I need to go, and, you know, you can just chuck things away from you if you get frustrated, I don't know. You could probably use it for a lot more useful stuff, but honestly, I just want to avoid traffic. Somebody else asked, have I ever been to, or if I haven't, would I be willing to travel to Australia someday? It's funny that you mentioned Australia specifically, because I actually have a really good friend who I have known for at least 5 years now, and I have still never gone to Australia to visit him, and that is something that I do plan on doing, and he hasn't actually been here to the US either. He's planning on doing it soon. But basically, I will eventually make it over there, because part of the people who travel know that the worst part of it, other than airfare, is paying for lodging, because hotels and stuff, just room and board, is so ridiculously expensive no matter where you go. And if I were to go to Australia and have to deal with another, like, what, 17-hour flight, which I would go half insane by the time I'm done, it was hard enough going to Italy, man. Australia, oh boy. You know, if I'm gonna deal with that flight, I'm gonna want to stay there for a while. I don't want to, you know, fly, stay just a few days, and then come back. I wouldn't want to go long enough to feel like it was worth the crazy flight. However, because I have a friend there who has his own place now, you know, it makes it more plausible that I could go down there, because I could crash at his place and not have to pay the ridiculous boarding fee. And it works vice versa, because he's welcome to come over here and crash and not have to pay for a hotel as well. So we gotta hang out, because friends are far away, or it's sad having friends so far away. Why does everybody have to live so far away? It's the double-edged sword of living in this age of technology. You can talk to people everywhere in the world, but that doesn't change the fact that they're everywhere else in the world, not here. But yes, to simply answer that question without going on this tangent, I have not gone to Australia yet, but I would like to, and I do plan on doing so, since I have a guaranteed place to stay. It's just figuring out the time, money, and logistics of that, and when exactly. I think he's gonna come to America before I go to Australia, so I'll get back to y'all on that. That would be an interesting vlog series, though. I mean, I can't even handle the bugs here. I don't like bugs. Australian bugs? Someone else asks, how do I feel about people trying to fix bad classic pastas? Honestly, I am not opposed to the idea. I think it's kind of fun how lots of people take these classic, anonymous creepypastas that did not age well, and then they try and do their own twist on it to make it better. I think they're fun to read. I mean, I would draw the line at a story that has a known author, because then that gets a little bit weird with you trying to go in and change a person's work who, you know, they're accredited for it without their permission. That's a little iffy to me. However, the anonymously written classics, I got no problem, especially because some of them very badly written. So, I mean, if somebody wants to take a crack at making it palatable, I'm fine with that, because I love these classic characters. Their stories are just boo-boo. The next question is, what is the farthest I would be willing to travel for a convention? Honestly, I don't really have a limit on how far I would be willing to travel for a convention. The problem is just money and, you know, getting there, all that. If it was affordable, I'd go to cons everywhere, honestly, because I love going to conventions and I love seeing new places. However, because of the cost of it, I can't really go too far other than places where, like, I don't have to worry about the cost of the hotel because I have friends or family there or something like that. Or if you guys were able to get me invited as a guest where the convention would put me up at the hotel, then that would take the issue away. So that is something that you guys can actually do, is you can go to your convention. If it's something, you know, where a creepypasta horror YouTuber would be welcomed in, you can feel free to contact your cons and request me as a guest, because if I get invited as a guest and they're willing to pay my way there, then that makes it a lot more doable for me to go long distances for conventions. Because if I don't gotta worry about, like, flight costs and airplanes, I am happy to go and hang out with you guys. Oh my gosh, I feel like my voice is horrible in this video. I'm so sorry, you guys. Hopefully, since I'm recording this video in advance, I am done being sick by the time this goes up. But as of right now, it has been just destroying me, and I'm so done with it. There reaches a point when you've had a cold for so long that you're just like, either kill me or go. I can't deal with this anymore. Okay, this one was specifically from Rainbot in regards to, oh, look at that, I'm even wearing this shirt. Do I prefer full Pope Papa or casual Papa? How about we have both? I'm gonna probably go with casual simply because full robes Papa, he makes himself fall down a lot, he overheats a lot. It just seems like it's not good for his health. It's gorgeous and I love it, but probably casual because he's less prone to hurting himself. And I raise you the question, do you like him smooth or crunchy? I'm sorry, I'm doing some fangirl stuff right now. Leave me to my humiliation, it's fine. Okay, another more serious question asking, what is my stance on the LGBT+ community and am I a member of it? So I am not a member of it in any way other than, I guess, trying to be the best ally I can for my friends and loved ones and just trying to be a safe person, a safe place. I mean, but really, I'm not sure if that actually counts as being a member of it. So honestly, my stance is, I think that, you know, honestly, as long as you're not hurting anybody, the way you live your life shouldn't really be anybody else's business, and you shouldn't be given crap for it, you know? I'm never ever going to treat anybody any differently for how they want to identify, who they want to love, any of that stuff. It doesn't matter to me. It is not my life. I just want to be good to everybody, you know? I just want everyone to try and be a little bit kinder, a little more respectful. It's just, I don't know, I have always been the type of person, I just want to be everyone's mom friend. Just let me be your mom friend, okay? Okay, so the next question is from somebody who says that they are moving from Florida to Washington. And for those of you who don't already know, I actually live in Washington State, and they want to know any advice for someone moving from Florida to Washington and what to be prepared for. Well, the number one biggest cultural shock you're gonna go through is well, less cultural and more just environmental. You're going from Florida, which is sunny and warm and hot and humid, to the Pacific Northwest, which is known for lots and lots of rain. So instead of bright, clear skies, you're gonna get, the majority of the time, it is cloudy and gray. Doesn't matter if it's raining or not, our skies are usually gray. I mean, it's deceptive in late spring and summer all the way through generally September here because it is gorgeous. We get sunny skies, blue skies, beautiful weather anywhere ranging from the 70s to the 90s, and it is dry heat. We don't get humidity here. A lot of people, they come and visit during the summers. This is a little tip for you guys. A lot of people will come and vacation here in the summers, and they will fall in love with it because they think, what a utopia for weather. It's so beautiful. The trees are all green, the lush mountainsides, the weather is perfect, there's no humidity. This is heaven. Let's move here. So they move here during the summer, and then summer ends, and guess what? Got him. If you are not a fan of rain, this is going to be a big adjustment because we get a lot of it. You will feel comfortable here if you were, say, moving from like London. You'd be like, okay, it's normal here. But Florida, it's gonna be a bit of a shock with the environment. However, if you love rain and you love mist and the darker, drearier vibes and atmosphere, if that's your aesthetic and you dig it, you are going to just be in bliss here because honestly, while I'm not a huge fan of like heavy, bone-chilling rain, because this is the only reason I'm not a fan of the rain, until we have completely waterproof glasses where rain doesn't stick to them and blind you, I'm going to have to sadly, not be a huge fan of the rain hitting my face. However, if it weren't for these, I would just adore the rain all the time. I love the dreariness, I love the mist, I just love the feeling that comes with, the dampened sunlight through the gray clouds. It gets a little bit, I don't know, there's an interesting mood that comes along with it, with the mist and the drizzling rain. I really like it, especially being next to all the pine trees and all that and seeing the mist go through it. It feels very magical, I love it. So if that is your thing, you are just going to adore it here. However, if it's not your thing, it will be a bit of an adjustment. However, I imagine you should be able to get used to it. You can get used to just about anywhere you move to. However, you are going to have to change your wardrobe because, good grief, the average temperature here is generally around 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So for us, that's average. However, many places see that as freezing cold, so get some long pants. There's a reason there's like a stereotype for Seattleites, people in, the Pacific Northwest, dressing like lumberjacks with our beanie hats and our flannels and our layers and our tall boots. That's just normal wear here to survive the atmosphere, So really, best advice is gonna be get an updated wardrobe and be prepared for the weather change. However, all in all, I think you'll be fine otherwise. It's honestly a really nice place to live. It has a fun vibe. If you're moving to the west side of the mountain, most of the areas are pretty metropolitan, pretty open and accepting, so you shouldn't have to worry a lot about that. But yeah, that's really the best advice I have for that. Okay, we have just 2 more questions now. The second to last is, what about the horror genre is it that draws me in as a fan? I don't know, it's strange. I'm not sure what exactly it was about horror that pulled me in so much. I mean, there's many things I could say, but honestly, I'm not sure exactly what it was. I think part of it is the adrenaline that comes with horror. I think that draws a lot of people in. I like getting that thrill of danger while being perfectly safe. That's probably why I love thrill rides. I love the scary, crazy drops and stuff that give you the adrenaline pumping while you're still safe. So that plays a role into it. I think I like the creativity in it. I love, with the movies, seeing the makeup design, the set design, the story. I just enjoy so much about it. It's hard to just say one thing that pulls me in as a fan. I think it's just a combination of the creativity and the adrenaline. I mean, I get some people are put off by all like the dark themes and stuff, but since that's never really spooked me too much, it works for me. Okay, you guys, so now we are on the last question for this Q&A video. And someone wanted to know if you guys will ever get to know more about the character Madame Macabre. And it's interesting you guys ask that now because I've actually been thinking about it for a while. See, I have this whole backstory and lore and everything for the Madame Macabre character. She even has an actual name besides the Madame. However, I've never actually done anything with all this lore and all the stuff I've created, and I kind of wanted to change that. I'm not sure how you guys would feel about potential future skits in the future following a storyline that includes other potential narrators and different characters, whoever wants to take part in it, but I think it would be really fun to start doing skits using that character and introducing so much of that lore I've created, because there really is a lot of it that I've compiled over the years, and I can't believe, just to this day, I've never shared it with you guys, and I think it would be really fun to start doing so. And I actually am going to be starting a project that dips the toe in the character of the Madam. So you can look forward to that in October. So it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm excited to finally be able to be using my character, my persona, beyond just occasional here and there advertisements and stuff. And I hope you guys are interested in that, and will look forward to learning more about Madame Macabre and who she really is. And in this upcoming video, her actual name will be dropped, so you can look forward to that as well. However, once again, we have run out of time for this, and I've gotten through my main list of questions. Again, I'm really sorry if I didn't get to your question. That just means if you guys like these videos, I will have to do more Q&A videos in the future. However, that is all that there is time for today, so I'm gonna have to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your guys' support, and I'm so happy to be able to interact with you guys like this and, you know, answer more of your questions. It's nice to be able to connect a little bit. But once again, I'm going to have to call it quits here, so I will catch you all next time. And until then, remember, stay creepy.
Thanks for watching, and before you go, here's a special shout out to my patrons who donated $20 or more. Mortem Guterres, Arvok Levgri, Helen Imsland, Dark Nito Taki, Kura, Jesse, and Simon Leverdier Delisle. Thanks so much, you guys. If you're interested in becoming a patron and helping me to keep YouTube creepy, please feel free to check out the link in the card.